The point is that you haven't got a recession yet. And as you say, the UK economy more resilient than expected on both the month and the quarter. If you break it down, you can see that it's partly because there wasn't a bank holiday as you had in the previous month that was for, of course, the King's coronation, but also it was the hottest June in decades. So it's somewhat good news for the Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, because it's one of his top priorities to grow the economy this year, and he needs an economic revival to be the backdrop for the next general election. But the flip side, as you hint, is, of course, persistent inflation, which means markets and economists reckon you're going to see more hikes from the Bank of England, and that's why you saw the pound initially popping off this decision and then paring some of those gains.
Yeah, the pound is up and gilts are selling off. Yields up 6 basis points at the front end at 4.96. Your take then, Lizzie, before we cross over to Anna Andrade from Bloomberg Economics, your take on what this means for the BOE and Andrew Bailey?
Well, as I say, it looks like the bank's going to have to keep hiking rates for now, and this is exactly what the chief economist Hugh Pill was warning about last week. But if you look at what markets' bets have done off the back of this GDP print, they haven't changed in terms of the hikes, but they have changed in terms of the cuts. They've paired bets on expectations for rate cuts in 2024. The more important numbers, as your former guest Charlie White-Thompson was saying earlier, are going to be the inflation and jobs numbers, I reckon.